Hello. This is a video to take you through some of the features that you are able to purchase with your database. The first ones I'm going to take you through are within the pink assessment submenu. Within here there are many forms that you can buy. Some of them have multi-use so that you can adapt them to how you currently run your business. One of the ones that I'm going to show you is the EYFS Progress Review. Now you can see here that I've already done one of them for Sam, whose main form I'm on currently. You can see, I'll just take that down. So whichever child's main form you're on, any of the sub-menus that you bring up will be the reports for that child. So in here it's for Sam. So I've done one of these, and you can use these in different ways. So one way that you can use it is to record observations throughout, say if you do your assessments half-termly, that you can do observations throughout that half-term and record them in here. So this is any observations or milestones that you've seen the child make, wow moments, and you can create a next step with that as well as a photo. So you can see from here. There is also, if I show you the drop down menu, you've got the 7 areas, so it doesn't link to a specific criteria statement, just the area itself, which means it's non-specific, so it can be general as you like. You can also put the current age of development that milestone would potentially be in, as well as whether it's expected level, yes or no, which is up to you whether you use that or not, as well as dating. Ofsted likes to see dates against observations that you make, as well, so you can see the progress and it's tracking along as the child is with you. So with this you can put in as many as you like. As soon as you complete one of them, another one will drop down. So as soon as I put something in there, another box will be available. So you can put as many in here as you like. At the bottom of the form there's these boxes for your comments. So there's the learning and development summary. Now within here, what I tend to do is just an overview. If I've done the assessment tracker, I would put in there where he's currently working within, if he's beginning to become secure in certain areas within an age range. If he's starting to emerge into the next age range, then I'd put that in there. And within the childminder comments, I'd make an overview of the behaviour that he's been making, special things that he's liking, just an overview really. And then there's also a box for the parent comments. So it's quite nice that if you were to give this to the parents in the learning journey, that you've got a space for the parents to make comments as well. Or linking to parents, partnerships with parents. Now you can see that with this one you can write as much as you want in these boxes, because as you go to print, the boxes grow with you. So this is the printed report on this one. So you can see that this is how it lays out. So as many boxes as you fill in, as many rows, that's what you can see. So you've got the option to put in photos if you took a photo, but if it's just a wow moment on its own, then just leave the photo option blank. So this is a really nice way to track the progress and the wow moments, which will also support your tracking of your assessment. As it prints out, you can also see that it's got the parental signature as well as a date. So it's evidencing to show Ofsted how often the parents are seeing the learning journeys, as well as option for them to put their comments, so you get a two-way working with how the child is developing. Now you could do these as many times as you want, because you can see down here in the navigation bar that you can just go to a new one. So each half term you can just stack them up. Now what I'm going to do is go to the next one, because here I'm going to show you another way that you can use this grid. If you were to use it to do a two-year report, all you would need to do is the prime areas. So personal, social and emotional, communication and language, and physical development. Within this you could do an overview. In the first one, just put in the headings of the sub-menus. So making relationships, overview of their progress and ability in there. down to managing feelings and behaviour, and again an overview, and then self-confidence and self-awareness. You could also write in here next steps with regards to these and any photos that you've made. Again, there's an option to use the learning and development summary boxes, so you can state if they're meeting any in the specific areas or any aspects where they're exceeding the current age range. Then once you print it out, you've got your parent comments, so they could give their own view of where the child is progressing with regards to what you've written. If I show you again what it looks like when you print, so you can see that from the first box with personal, social and emotional, it expands to how much you've written, and then you've got the three areas: personal, social and emotional, communication, language and physical development. And then again you can go back to using it to record your wow moments, because each time you put on the navigation bar to put a cross, you've got a new one. Now if you were to use it to record half termly or termly and to be tracking the child with their wow moments and their milestones by using the observations, you may want to be putting a new age each time. So what you can do here, if you hover in their box, right click, edit list items, you can add the different ages of the child. So if Sam is now say 21 months, I can then drop down and the 21 months there. So each time it can track with the age of the child and show the progression. You can then complete it by putting in where the observations are, putting a brief note on the observations that were made, the milestone that was made, any next steps that you feel are applicable. So say if Sam was matching the coloured cars, a next step would be potentially to recognise the colour names, and then to add a photo. If you open up your photos, just use one, select the photo and then right click, open with, and then go to paint. If I then resize the photo, the smaller the photos the better it is, because it doesn't take up as much room on your database. Select all, Control and X is the shortcut to cut. Go back to your database, into this box, and Control and V, which is the shortcut to paste, and there it's in there. If you are using this to do a 2-year report, another feature that's very useful in the assessments is the attainment levels. And the good thing about the database is that you can have these open at the same time, never navigating far from the main page because it's still there. So with this one, this automatically populates how many criteria statements you've selected as being met. So you can see from this one that within the age range of 0 to 11, Sam is secure in all the areas. To go down to 8 to 20, you can see again that he's secure in all areas, because within this column there's nothing left to meet. If we go down to 16 to 26, you can now see that he's still got some criteria that hasn't yet been met. And then go down to 22 to 36, and that should show the same thing. So with this one, you can have this open alongside when you're choosing the age range to put against the prime area. So with this one I put 22 to 36 to cross-reference it with this one for personal, social and emotional. He is secure within the age range of 16 to 26. So if we go down to 22 to 36, he has still got 3 to meet within managing feelings and behaviour, so he's not secure in that yet. But you can also see by going down that he still has quite a few to meet within the 30 to 50, which is why I've put him to be working within 22 to 36. And again, you can go through the different prime areas and use this as a reference guide from your tracking to see where the child currently is working. So it's an accurate record to pass over to the health visitors to give an overview of the child. So you can see from communication and language, 16 to 26, he is currently secure. If we move down to 22 to 36, you can see he's only emerging because he's only met within listening and attention and 1 in understanding. Speaking isn't there because he's currently not met any criteria within the area of speaking in 22 to 36. So I've put on his record that he's working within 16 to 26. And again, if we go down to physical development, bring that one back, that you can see, if I go back up to 16 to 26, that he's confident within this one but not secure. So I've put 16 to 26 there. If I just double check if there's any that he's met in here, so he's emerging. So again, it's better to select the age range that he's currently working within, which will be this one where he's confident. So it's a really good form to have this because it self-populates, so all the tracking that you do automatically gets fed through to this form. So it's a very accurate form, and it's just brilliant just to tell you the overview so that you can inform your 2-year reports that you're doing. And when these print, they print some really nice reports. And if I just go back into here, you can see that Sam's age has been put on there, his photo from his main form, as well as your business logo, and then all the comments and photos that you put in there. If I show you again one that's got a bit more information with this one. So there we go, and this is what you see when you print. So your business logo, really professional form. Photos come out, they're small enough not to take a lot of ink, but they're still big enough to actually see what's going on in there. And again, these boxes grow with as much writing as you want to put in, same as these ones. If you wanted to email it directly to the parents, perhaps you would like the parents to read through it before you print it off, all you need to do is go into print, and then in here go down to the drop down menu to select your printer and go to PDF Writer. If you press OK, you will then be able to put in the location of where you would like it to be saved. And then for as long as this is on your database, you can always save it under the child if you've got a folder for that child on your desktop. But for as long as it's in your database, it's there. And for the new ones that you do, just navigate to a new one, that they all compile themselves on top of each other, and you can see how many you've got active at the bottom navigation bar. Another way that you can use this form is to keep a record of observations that parents have made at home. An important thing to remember is that these forms can be changed and altered depending on what you want from them. So all you would need to do is ask Jean by emailing her and ask how you would like the form changed. So for example, with this one you can change the name of Progress Review. You can even do it so that the date and the title up here, even to have a little text box that you can enter the information into to say that it's from the parents. Then what you can do is go to your email, and if a parent has given you some feedback, you can just copy it, Control and C, go back to your database and copy it into there, paste it into here. You can then see that this observation that a parent had made was that Sam was being able to count up to 3. So we can link that to mathematics. You can enter the date that you received the email, And then what you could then put is things that you could do in your setting to encourage Sam to show you this observation or this milestone within your setting. So if he was singing the 5 current buns song and starting to count, we could offer more opportunities for number rhymes. You can then wait, and when you've felt that Sam has met this and you've seen it in your setting, you can add a photo if you wish, but then also transfer this information to your assessments. This can also show you, shows Ofsted your partnership with parents because you're including their input into it.